You know who's not motivated by money is Prince Harry. Let's talk about that. Have you caught up on Prince Harry?
I have not.
Tasha,
no.
you probably know
He's the guy
more.
with the red hair, right?
Yeah, he's the ginger.
Yeah, the ginger guy.
He's the one that was the
He's a hot ginger.
He was the ugly.
Is he the only hot ginger?
No, there's a
a
lot of
few,
hot.
right?
I have a thing for gingers.
Andy
maybe.
Dalton.
What the fuck?
You got a crush on Andy
This
Dalton?
shit.
Did you hear about her crush on Andy Dalton? It's weird.
Yes. Oh my god. He was the ugly younger son, and he became the attractive one. And Prince William, his older brother, who's the heir to the throne, is gross. Bald.
Gross.
Hey, come on! You got a crown. You got the monarchy behind you, and you've got a receding hairline. What are you doing? Anyway, so what happened was Meghan Markle, who I worked with on Suits, name dropping, thought I could hit on her, didn't realize she'd become a princess. I was a stand-in.
She's
she was
not
an
a
actress.
princess. She's
She's
a
not.
duchess.
She's a duchess. Say, well, there you go. Well, in Tasha, it's comedy. You say she's a princess. You know what I mean? You amp it up. You know?
I didn't know she was a duchess.
She's a duchess.
I don't know anything about these
I don't know
people.
what a duchess is. Anyway, she marries Harry, right? But Prince Harry was the wild child, younger brother. He's not in line for the throne, right? How many people are ahead of him in the throne?
He's sixth in line.
He's sixth in line.
It would be Prince Charles, then Prince William, and then Prince William's 3 kids.
Okay, so then there's probably
Harry.
like of all of them, he's the
There's
one
no
that
chance.
He's the one that's got videos of him doing bong rips out of a gas mask.
Yes.
Did you know this,
Yeah.
or are you just making this up?
I'm just making this up.
Yeah,
No, he really has like naked videos
In
of him like
Vegas.
playing pool.
Oh,
Yeah,
hilarious.
like-
He's a cool guy. But
Sure.
anyway, he marries Meghan Markle, is she Canadian or American?
She is American. She's from California, but she lived in Canada all that time.
And
filming
she's
Suits.
mixed ethnicity, so like the media was very tough on this thing when they got married.
Yeah,
But
I've seen
anyway,
a picture of her. She's beautiful.
She's
beautiful.
hot.
Here's what happened. Here's what's crazy. This week, Meghan Markle and the Duchess of what's she the Duchess of?
I don't know.
The Duchess of we don't know, and Prince Harry, Harry or Henry. Prince
Just
Harry.
what did they do?
Harry.
Tell me.
They decided to leave the monarchy. So they make their
Wait a
money.
minute. How do you?
Stepping back as senior members of the royal family. They're
do
not
you-
leaving the monarchy.
But they're
You can't
getting,
leave
but
the
financially they're saying we don't want your money because if the monarchy is going to give you the money again, someone's going to comment and be like, "You're so wrong." I understand. Look, we moved to the U.S. We don't give a shit. But isn't it crazy to think an American that was a big enough deal that an American went over and married into the royal family plus
And
mixed
that she's
ethnicity,
mixed.
which is crazy because they have a very like cousin fucking bloodline. I think. I don't know.
Probably.
But
Probably.
also, they're like very racist over there.
I mean, it's like it's this royal family that's been around, but it's so archaic. The idea of a royal family that doesn't really do. What do they do? What do they do? You know what I mean? There's also the prime minister, so it's not like they're not. Are they in charge? I mean, what is it? And then
Obviously, you need to watch The Crown.
guess so. And anyway, so they decided they're gonna leave, and now, but then, so who's the queen? Queen, what's her name?
Elizabeth.
Don't look at me like I'm a fucking British.
Why are you trying to talk about something you don't know anything about?
You're my left-hand person here on this situation. You're supposed to help me out. So Queen Elizabeth is in her mid-90s. So she's still alive. She's the one in charge, and she's got to like FaceTime them and be like, what the fuck are we doing? Like this, I don't think this has ever happened to this scale. Then also at the same time, you've got the...
She's queen because the other guy abdicated, whatever his name is.
Yeah, but you've got... Who's the other guy?
To marry Wallace Simpson.
Who's the guy that was with Epstein? That they've also said, like, you're cut off.
Oh,
Prince
yeah.
Edward?
Maybe.
Let's call it Prince Edward. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think it's Prince Edward.
Yeah, but this was just a couple weeks ago in the news where they basically like demoted him too.
And he's probably like in his 50s or 60s, right? He's older, and they go, "All right, money's done." So it's a very controlling because of money. But but I think in today's world, Prince Harry
is worth something like $40 million just based on like trust funds and other things that he gets. It's his money. It's not the crown's money. She's worth like $2 to $3 million estimated from all of her time on
And
Suits.
you gotta
so they don't
remember,
need
as
that
a
money.
child,
So is this
he had to deal with as a child. He had to deal with his mom dying in a vehicle running from paparazzi.
And now the media is being like insane on Meghan Markle, and she has no privacy. It's kind of the same thing.
So he goes to Vegas. He parties a little bit. Maybe he blows some lines. Who knows what he does? He's naked. He's having fun. He gets reprimanded for that. He joins the military. He becomes like a pilot or whatever he is. He's like, does everything right. And he's just like, I'm done. Like this, if this was a Netflix movie, it would be so amazing to watch. And this is real life. It's so fascinating. Like if I could be in on that phone call, them basically saying, Grandma, I don't want your money. But it's like in this royal bloodline, and everyone. I mean, do you remember when Prince, when they had the babies? What, or not just Meghan Markle's, not their baby, but Prince
Duchess of Cambridge.
Yeah, what are their names? Kate Middleton Beckinsale.
Kate Middleton.
Kate Middleton. When they had, I mean, everyone, even over here. I mean, it's the biggest news in the world that these people are having children. It's just bizarre to me. Anyway, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But talk about weird news. You guys are looking at me like this isn't an interesting thing. This is like crazy history happening right now.
Did you take an Adderall before this? I'm pretty sure you snorted an Adderall.
Do you have another topic? I don't know anything about this, and I could give a fuck about the royal family just personally. Like this,
we're just like the vagrants that left.
It's like, are we?
Yeah, I mean, as Americans, right? We got out of town.
We're actually. We were the weirdos that left.
Yeah.
This country was founded upon religious zealots. Yeah. It was the fucking weirdos that
Puritans.
came. Yeah. Very, very weird people. Look at how secular England is. So secular. You know, people don't go to church. Most of them don't go to church. We were founded by weirdos. That's what's going on.
He says he doesn't know what he's talking about, and then he says secular. Like I gotta Google secular now. What are we talking?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about this.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And we're trying to catch up, which is interesting because Canadians. I always said this: Canadians fuck every other. I did some like crowd work about this on stage once because every other British colony fucks. Australians fuck. The Canadians. Everyone fucks, and as Americans, we got to learn like sex ed from an Oprah magazine. We're so taboo here.
Yeah, and I can only jerk off to Oprah for so many years.
I mean, I know. I've moved on to Stedman. What's happening? It's cool. It's 2020. Hey, what can you do? He's got a good jawline. But what's interesting is, clearly, obviously, we have a gun issue. We're not here to talk about that. But is it this crazy, like, sexually deprived thing where we don't talk about simple shit? Is that the reason that some people fucking snap? Because we're not talking about like these aren't normal people that snap, but it's like something setting people off, and it's like not getting laid, not being able to talk about certain things.
I would say this is an environment that definitely sets the stage for some sexual deviancy and assault, sexual violence, this sort of stuff, for sure.
Did you grow up like not being able to talk about? You ever get the birds and the bees talk from your mom or whatever?
No,
Katrina?
No, not really.
How did you figure it all out? Because you're from Boston's a little bit more.
I mean, I don't know. I found out about everything from my peers, really, in school, right? You talk to guys.
Because we didn't have the internet.
There was like dudes that had more experience than you. Like we had a dude, I don't know. I remember there was like a dude in middle school who was like way too old to be in middle school. He had like a full mustache, and he was like, but everybody loved him because he played basketball so well. Because I guess he was just way too developed.
30.
I remember driving. I think he pulled up in a car once, and we're like, what the fuck?